This is the Voice of America, Washington, D.C., signing on.
All they have is just
the station with the best in your face, all over the place.
She looks like every other bitch. I think the fuck not, you trick ass bitch.
Paid for drugs. Not once.
Welcome back once again, y'all. It's the Subverted Radio Show, bringing you all the up-and-coming unknown artists and unsigned artists. Remember, guys, we're taking the day a little bit slower. We're going to be a little bit more mellow. The music's still going to stay on top. Still going to be nothing but teeth-pulling, nothing but gut-punching. You know, maybe a couple sad songs here and there just to make it a little bit different for you. But that's the thing, we always want to play different music. We don't want to stay in one particular genre or anything of that kind of nature. So, again, just sit back, relax, turn the volume up, and if you can, maybe close your eyes. If you're in a car, don't close your eyes. But hey, just sit back, relax, take a deep breath, or 2 or 15, it doesn't matter. It's all up to you. Let's get on to our next song. It's coming right at you.
So many times I've been looked over, like walking past a four-leaf clover, a world of opportunity that this life has placed in front of me. But whenever I go to take a step to pursue my dreams and the goals that I've set, whenever I go to leave my seat, the rug gets pulled out from under my feet. Don't write me off, I'll come back stronger than before. Don't write me off and you'll keep coming back for more. Don't write me off, a side of me you've never seen before. Don't write me off, this is the calm before the storm. This is the calm before the storm. Always one step forward and two steps back. Even stones and steel under pressure will crack. And when I feel so lost in the dark, the cold embrace has a hold of my heart. I close my eyes and remember the place where I feel the sun and the wind on my face. It takes me back to the very start, to a time when I was surrounded by sparks. Don't write me off, I'll come back stronger than before. Don't write me off and you'll keep coming back for more. Don't write me off, a side of me you've never seen before. Don't write me off, this is the calm before the storm. This is the calm before the storm. Don't write me off, I'll come back stronger than before. Don't write me off and you'll keep coming back for more. Don't write me off, a side of me you've never seen before. Don't write me off, this is the calm before the storm. Don't write me off. Don't write me off. Don't write me off. Don't write me off. This is the calm before the storm.
Welcome back, y'all. This is That Dude Trip here with Subverted Radio Show. And today, y'all, we're just going to concentrate on just the songs and just marinating and doing much of listening today. We're going to take it a little bit easier. I know a lot of our other shows, we've had a lot of times where, we'd be yelling and we'd be doing this, be excited. But today, we're going to be a little bit more mellow. Any reason to it? I wouldn't say that there is. It's just a decision to say, hey, let's try it out and see how it works. If people react well, yippee for us. But if not, oh well, there's 1,000 other ways to go about it. But just sit back, relax, and listen to the songs upcoming, and we'll discuss more of it later.
And every day I'm making money, but I'm wasting my time. Every day I'm learning new things, but I'm losing my mind. I can't buy back the time, I can't decide what's worse. Always being busy is a blessing.
definitely one of the hardest parts about doing things such as this, either recording your own voice or, God forbid, you're one of these great singers we've had on the show or played or anything of that kind of nature. Definitely the hardest part is having to go back and hear yourself. It's gotta be definitely a rough thing, especially if you're one of the singers or vocalists that you hear on here. I mean, they gotta be sitting there doing something completely different with their voice. I mean, most of the time I'll just be sitting back here and just talking normally like I am now. Fortunately, for me, I don't even have to listen back to all of this. My biggest thing is just knowing, hey, it's recorded, it's good, let's chop it up a bit, make sure that everything's actually close together, there's not too much ums and you knows and so ons. But I can only imagine how it has to be a singer to keep listening back, or even just being in the booth or anything of that kind of nature, having to hear playback about something that sounds completely different than your normal voice, and you're just sitting there critiquing yourself. And that's one of the hardest parts about doing all this. Definitely one unique thing about, I guess you can say, recording, is you always end up becoming your own worst critic, because anytime we do anything, I don't care what it is, maybe it's this, maybe it's something completely different, maybe it's work related, that has to do with your life or anything of that kind of nature, you end up always being your own worst critic. It's kind of funny how even that one song, My Own Worst Enemy, it's like, well, that's basically the truth when it comes to critiquing yourself. Especially having to look back and see, like, man, that's something I did, but you listen to it or see it or look through it or anything of that kind of nature, the biggest critic of it all is basically yourself. You can have everyone else in the world say, hey, oh my God, it's great, but you're still the one sitting there going, no, it's not right about doing something like this, or, like I said, being in a band or anything. As we said, it works every single other way too, because every time you look back, on anything you do, maybe you sit back and you repaint a car, or maybe you redo a living room, or you do the same puzzle you've done 1,000 times. For some reason you feel it cool. I could have done it faster, I could have done it better, I could have made it shinier, I could have made it more colorful, I could have done this, I could have done that, and think about it. back, y'all. Now we're going to get into a bit of a discussion as we did earlier. What we had discussed earlier was much more, we were speaking mostly to you're your own worst critic. You're the person sitting there the most saying, like, yes, there could have been more. I could have done better. But then again, this part of the discussion, I guess we can say, hey, how do we get out of that? How do we stop that? Well, the best thing that you can probably ever do is, number one, actually try to listen to everyone else around you. Because think about it. Obviously, maybe your parents are saying, yeah, it's great and everything like that. Maybe even your best friends. But if you got even people that you don't even really know saying you did a wonderful job, guess what? You did. They got nothing to lose for it. They don't know you that well. They're not trying to just merely appease anybody. So number one, you actually have to take a lot of that positive feedback, for what it is. It's still positive no matter where you get it from. And plus the second part, which is probably the harder part, is that if you get negative criticism from anybody, whether it be parents, friends, family, or random people on the street, if they give you something negative about it, you just got to sit back and go, cool, how can I fix it? Do you take their advice, anything like that? Maybe not take the exact advice, but just know that if you have multiple people saying something negative, or maybe not even negative, just constructive criticism, you just got to try to take it as face value. Have I been perfect at that? Absolutely not. I mean, obviously, I've had a lot of people come back and say, hey, you're doing fine here. But then again, I got a few other people saying, hey, you actually are really bad at this. The difference is you sit back, you try to take the critiques, and then you work on it according to what they say, whether it be somebody who's close to you or not. Those are the two best things you can honestly probably do. If someone says it's positive and it's overwhelmingly positive, no matter who it is, well, cool. Gotta sit there and think in your mind. Sit back, relax, and say, cool, everyone else loves it. I may not, but, you can't let your own thoughts take over. But then not only that, if someone's giving you negative criticism, the best thing you can take it as is just constructive criticism. I mean, come on, every single one of us, well, maybe, depending on who's listening. But I mean, think about it. If any one of us are over the age of, 19, every one of us over that age has been to school 12 to 13 years, maybe even more. At this point, you should be used to teachers coming back saying, hey, you actually are really not good at this. You need to improve in some kind of way. Now, of course, a lot of us may have sat back and said something dumb like, no, I'm good. But of course, that's the difference, is that you still had 12, 13 years of all these different people come up and saying, hey, you need to get better. Maybe they said something like, hey, you're actually really good at this, keep going. But that's the difference, is that some of us may have blown up, but the majority of us sat back and said, hey, cool, they said I'm not doing so well, I need to get better, and you would, most of the time, try to do your best at it.
I smoke till I call. I call till it hurt.
Enjoying the pain, smoking all kinds of strains. A flavor you can savor here, have a little taste. As I blaze and spit verses, my spiritual energy so high I can overcome the curses. Like Ichigo, I'll unleash my Bankai, get so high, so good, and won't try. Watch the zombies come to life as I raise hell. Inner spaces where I dwell. Drown in holy water so I can see the Holy Father. I can tell he's getting bothered. Life so much larger than your understanding. Wants to take me with him, he'd take you too if only you'd listen. Spit that real shit. Time is sick and $1 million visions from a Latino with the mission. Made the decision to elevate my position in this rotten prison. This ain't real living but a dollar in a dream. Pale skin spitting. This kind of dope shit will turn you to a fiend. If you seen what I saw, it'll kill your self-esteem. Ignite the blunt as I ignite the pistons. Pay attention or you'll miss it, it's a golden ticket. Ain't no telling all my limits, have your whole world spinning. I'm someone to mention, the bridge to God is connected. I have ascended, beyond your comprehension. You seem to be tempted, cause Maddie Mac got the selection.
Said all your time
bags, we're never coming back. Now tell me what you think, do you wanna be the background? We could get lost, never have to turn around. I know it wouldn't last, baby, how does that sound? Our world's an ugly place, and that's an ugly fact. One day I'll meet you there, I swear I'll be there fast. I'll lose you either way, it hurts so much to say that. Wish that you could stay, cause the thought just makes my mind black. I searched around, I tried to find someone like you. I really hate this town, I wanna run away with you. My pen's a mess, the pages, let it bleed right through. Our time is short, I know, but at least it's me and you. So goodbye. Flatline, tears, eyes, rainfall, night sky, tombstone, my home someday, I know. I searched around, I tried to find someone like you. I really hate this town, I wanna run away with you. My pen's a mess, the pages, let it bleed right through. Our time is short, I know, but at least it's me and you. So goodbye. Late nights staying up on my phone, writing songs to escape from my own, reminiscing all the things that I've known. Tell me what you think, tell me where you wanna go. I could tell by your words, by your tone, every letter, every sentence that you wrote. Said all your time was over, now it's gone, and I don't even want, I don't ever wanna know. I searched around, I tried to find someone like you. I don't regret a moment, I spent them all with you. The tears will soak the pages when the writing's through. The illness broke our hearts, but I always feel for you. So goodbye.
My mind is clear, I disappeared and fell right back to you. My heart's a mess, lost since you left. I guess it's for the best. The feeling in my chest when it's the place you rest your head. Keep your hand tucked in my hand. We're lost again. There's nothing left, I walk this empty road, but don't know where to go. Outside your place, it starts to rain, but that's alright with me. There's nowhere I'd rather be. So hold me a bit closer again. Ran too far and reached the end. Fall will slowly start to fade, bringing memories back, it's tucked away. I ran so fast, I voice, it wakes me when I sleep. The silence when I dream. I fill the void with empty noise. The shivers in my sheets, the shaking in your knees. Couldn't hide the way I felt, but I did this to myself. Maybe we were just pretending, and I carried out the ending. Left my sweater by your shelf. Darling, keep it for yourself. I'll be finer in the cold. Just really hope you're doing well. I'm standing at the spot we used to meet. Your hands around my neck, I couldn't speak. But all this time been on my mind, it's all my fucking fault. And now your eyes hit me alive, I'm never waking up. So tell me, darling, do you think of me as I'm falling off the edge, back to the nights I couldn't sleep? No, I couldn't reach you. I'll never reach you.
How do I say this is the end?
It's hard for me to say.
That's all, folks.